too far.
Just quickly before we get
into the picks and bets. No, we're not going any further with that. LeBlanc being banned out. Ari being banned out. LeBlanc being banned out.
So that's very interesting. That's something that's definitely targeted at Pharrell Lord. Whether or not that's an intentional pick or whether or not it's just a matter of, you know, maybe misclicking, that does remain to be seen. But it's gone. It's out. It's not available.
Weird. So Twisted Fate is available. Are the Giants going to lock that in, or will they go for Java? Nautilus was banned out this time around. It is going to be Twisted Fate straight away and continues to be locked in.
So
that means Shen is available, as is Thresh.
So Thresh has been banned out. He's been picked or banned in every single match for one of them during the course of the summer promotion tournament. And we do see Shen being locked in. So are they going to give this to Aranea, or will Kurt be stepping out of his comfort zone and going to be playing that ninja?
Well, we'll see if he does switch away from Zed, because that last game, it should have landed, but it didn't. And it does look like Varus once again alongside Zyra get locked in. Stand steady as you go from Giants.
Well, why not? They've had such a good impact in the game. I still feel like Jimbone should be hitting more of his chains of corruptions, but he does tend to be throwing them under.
They're not shurikens. That's what he's used to.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the range is longer. It's a bit strange, the travel time on that one. So he's adapting to it. I'd like to see who Giants put in the jungle.
That means it is going to be Kerp on Shen, and almost certainly Aranea on Nocturne, unless they've produced any sort of tactic that we've never seen before in the history of League of Legends. Maybe he's going to be playing in one of those lanes. Who knows? Giants now with their choices. Of course, it's going to be the top laner. Could be Aurelia again. It worked so well in the last match.
It could be Aurelia. That definitely could work out. It would also work out very well with the ganks. We might see the likes of a Rumble again. That could definitely work into their favor if they wanted to go for that route. And it was what they played in game number 1 when Twisted Fate was there. Nasus or Jarvan is my expectation for the jungler. Now, he was hovering over Nasus in the previous game, and it does look it's going to be Jarvan. So with J4, just if you think of the gank potential, all the AoE crowd control, and you put Equalizer on top of it, and that's a dead
of course,
someone.
Picked up by Pharrell Lord towards the end there. So they're going for a bit of a poke here, Alternate. Will it work out against that team comp, though? I'm not convinced.
So you see, one of the things that you need to remember when you're playing a poke composition, it's not really poke, it's pseudo-poke. Whenever you've got Needly, it always has that effect.
Well, but the fact that he's got Ezreal and Nocturne and the Thresh hooks.
Exactly.
That's kind of like everything right there.
It is, but the Thresh hooks are more engagement rather than poking. That's just to actually throw yourself in there. If you've got a hard engaged team like a Jarvan, like a Rumble, maybe even like a Twisted Fate, if you go in with the Destiny Gold card, Zhonya's Hourglass, you just shut down Needly because there's nothing they can do. That front line isn't the greatest. What you do have, though, land a spear, follow it up with Paranoia, and True Shot Barrage to close out.
Yeah, which means Wizards? Well, not quite. The Giants, another Spanish team, can be a little bit more reckless in this one. And we'll see. Of course, we saw a bit of reckless abandon in game 1, and we saw how strong it was for them. We'll see if the same can be said for this game. Jimbones is going to throw out that hail of arrows. Does manage to land on towards J-Ree at the start. So first damage being done. And again, Giants being very aggressive here, walking straight in to get that ward down. Very close to the red and the wraiths.
So I'd like to see how this mid lane is going to match up, because of course Twisted Fate is going to be able to just push against Pharrell Lord. There's not a lot of wave clear coming out from Needly, and even when she does get her ultimate, you know, she does have a little bit of splash damage, but it's going to be pretty difficult, and he's going to be putting himself in range of gold cards and wild cards. So I definitely feel like Needly may have a tough time once they get a couple of levels staying up in CS, and of course is never going to be able to react once Destiny starts to get channeled.
Of course, the fact that he has got that flash ignite as well, we're expecting Extermin to be zipping around that map. So, what are we looking at? It looks like it's going to be Kraton and J-Ree in that top lane. They're going to be in a 2v1 against Samux, and Samux, of course, on that Rumble. Worked out very well for him last time around. Kurt this time on Shen instead of Zed. Kind of feel he's been forced into that one by his team. I don't know the exact way it's worked out, but Jimbones and Babetta, of course, proved themselves a lethal combo in that lane. But let's not forget Thresh. We haven't seen him a great deal in this tournament so far. Banned out pretty heavily throughout. If he does land those hooks on towards Samix, it could cause problems.
Now, it's one of those things where we haven't seen a lot of him because, to be fair, he's been banned in, I think, 90-something% of the game. So we'll see how impactful J-Re can be with Thresh. It's a completely different support to what we've been seeing him playing in terms of that Sona, because you need to throw yourself into the thick of the action. You need to make sure that you are setting the plays up for the rest of your team to capitalize on. What it also means is that 2v1 lane is a lot better because you have kill potential. Kerp takes so much damage.
Just gets one little grasping roots on him there, and the hail of arrows straight on his head slows him, and a couple of basic attacks coming out from Jim Bones. It's such a nice combo that Giants have there, and it works so well for them because Babetta is so pinnacle on Babetta, on Babetta? On himself. He just grasping roots himself. So good at threading the needle. That's what I'll go with instead. On towards Kerp every single time with those grasping roots.
Now that's something that is going to play into their favor when you talk about the different duo lanes and how impactful those grasping roots are. J-Re in the duo lane now with Thresh can actually try to set up kills. With Sona, yeah, you could poke, yeah, you could deal some damage, but you're not exactly super kill potential. With Thresh, with the Flay, with the Lantern to pull people in, and of course the Death Sentence to pull them towards you, now all of a sudden you can actually try and put more pressure onto that Rumble in the top lane.
I wonder how much confidence, if the Giants were to go 3-0 here, that would give the other LCS teams. I've been thinking, well, I actually just won that one fairly I'd say easily. The second game was nothing but easy. You know, if they were to go 3-0, the advantage that the other teams would gain off that. Oh, Jimbo's just getting caught by the Shadow Dash there, just at max range. But it's going to get turned on towards RNA. You can see he's going to take a heck of a lot of beating from that one, from both Jimbos. Oh, the hail of arrows is going to take him so low, nearly enough to finish him.
So close. If they'd had just a little bit more damage, one more auto attack, they would have been able to get those double buffs over. But now RNA are forced to recall, heal up, and try to come back into the lane. We do see Morden on Jarvan. He's played Jarvan 5 times throughout the spring split. We'll see whether or not he can channel that 4.8 KDA, which he picked up during the season, into this matchup. If he can, it's going to set Giants up for a very good position to close out this series. And, whether or not that gives the other teams a lot of hope or faith, as long as they don't get overconfident, that's the key. You cannot underestimate anybody you play.
Well, we do see a flash taunt there. He's going to have to use the barrier down. He gets caught out. He will be first blood. Is it going to be turned around? Yes, it will be. And it's going to be Babetta that takes down Kurt 1-for-1.
Very well played by Kerp. He realized how much damage he had with the taunt, with the feint that he could block up, and his ignite. He was able to pick up first blood. So fair trade, especially in a solo lane, one where you always going to be starved of gold, going to be starved of CS. And he's made that work for him. Gold card catches up for Lord.
Stun goes in, and that's going to force the flash out more, but the spear lands straight on the backside of Extermin. That's something he needs to be very much worrisome over.
Yeah, that hurts a lot. We do see that Lord has started with double Fairy Charm, the Fear proc, and throws Babetta right into Aranea.
He does actually pass him into it. Babetta, though, not going to be too worried about that one. Continues on and just steadily holds his ground, starts picking up some of that CS.
So well played by Aranea in the bottom. We actually see during the build-up of that engagement, he used that spell shield of his to block the first of the roots that went out, but because it was on cooldown, Babetta was able to land another one a little bit later on and just rooted him in place. But right now, Morden, he's about to step on a trap, and his vision will be granted. Needly will know exactly where he is, and he'll start moving away. Pink Ward War has begun. J-Re has now got vision dominance in the top lane.
For a brief period. Let's get another ward down there. J-Re goes back to clear it out. Why do that?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the thinking was there from Samax. I'm pretty sure he would have seen J-Re taking that ward out, but maybe just a little brain fart and forgetting about it and throwing away yet another ward.
Herpaderp.
Herpaderp indeed. Death Sentence was thrown out, but it didn't connect, which means no free damage onto Samax.
The ghouls being collected. The ghouls, the souls.
Souls. Ghouls is Yorick.
Maybe they're ginger. So get out that route again? Better not.
No. Well, you just did. You just did. So one of the awesome things about Thresh is, of course, those souls, they will spawn anywhere up to 1,900 units away from you. And if Thresh is invisible, the souls actually become invisible as well. So one of the things that you can use to hide your presence if you are trying to set up ganks in other lanes and things like that. So Thresh players, make sure you remember that.
Aranea has come back down towards his bottom lane to try and help out against Babetta and Jim Bones. It has been working very well for them. Of course, it's a 1-for-1 trade last time around. Will it be the same again? That big wave coming in with the Siege Minion, the Grasping Roots going back down on towards Kurt once again there. He just forces him back. Aranea having to do what he can to try and fend them off. Nobody really hanging out here. Jimbo's once again taunted out there. Takes another turret hit. The fear leash is going to be enough. But there's the grasping roots. Will that be enough to slow them down? Aranea wants to go aggressive on this one. But Better tries to go aggressive on Kurt. Puts the ignite down. Here comes Extermin on towards the turn. He's going to flash, get the stun card down. There's the wild cards as well. He's going to take another tower hit. And that's going to take him down. It's Aranea that picks up the kill. A little too aggressive there for Extermin. And now the spear on towards Morden from Ferellenlord in the mid lane. He's going to pounce towards him. He's not going to have enough to go towards the turret, though.
No, not this time round. So trading once again, 1-for-1. It's not over.
Aranea caught out there. Hell of arrows. There's going to be the piercing shot. It's not going to be enough. And Aranea forced to back away. That may give the turret to the Giants.
So Jimbones is going to put a lot of damage down. And Aranea's got to be very, very careful. He's got no mana for another Shroud of Darkness to block up any spells. And he sidesteps that grasping roots. Just come in, just smites away one of the minions and now decides to back off. He's sticking around with very low HP, and Aranea is being a very, very brave boy.
Very, very brave indeed, because if Babetta does land that plant, instead he just puts the poke down towards him and he feels he's got the presence to back away. Of course, that means Ferellenlord's going to have to take that blue buff on his own. He's going to take some damage, but of course he can just heal himself up. But it's less than ideal for him. Normally his jungler is there to help out. Extermin, meanwhile, is getting the assistance of Morden.
So that's going to play into their favor right now. Both Exter and Ferellenlord with those respective blue buffs. Obviously, all the heals that Ferellenlord can put down, he'll heal up any of that wild card poke that comes down from Extermin. And Extermin, of course, will be able to have that shorter cooldown on Destiny the next time he decides to use it. It was very, very aggressive using that Destiny into the tower when you knew you were going to take a couple tower hits and then flashing away. And look at the damage from those javelin tosses. They are hitting without all that much ability power on Ferellenlord.
I think he was expecting Kirp to maybe try and get away, Shadow Dash away, so he had to go really deep to make sure he got it. And then straight away, in fact, Aranea did stick around, caused them problems. So it does, of course, mean that the kills are traded back and forward between the jungler of Aranea and, of course, the top laner, the mid laner Extermin. It's 2-2 in terms of kills. The final one being picked up by Babetta. Aranea does take that red buff, looking like he's may take a swing towards that mid lane. Of course, Flash not available for Extermin now. They're going to know that from that last fight.
And we'll see whether or not they can get some poke down. The key to this engagement is javelin tosses from Ferellenlord, then followed up with a paranoia. You need two people to take Exter down because he's going to have that gold card available. He's going to be able to stun somebody up. And you can see that Aranea is waiting in the wings. He wants to, you know, make the doubt in everybody's mind and chase with that ultimate it is.
Yeah, Paranoia is going to lunge himself down there. Ferellenlord has got a wave clear up, and Morden's come around to just cover him off here. He's going to take a Spirit Thrust. Paranoia comes out. Aranea is going to go deep on the turret. Morden in though with the Cataclysm, and there's going to be the Shadow. Stand United coming down. Shadow dashes across. Oh, the Spear on Morden. It might be enough to finish him off. Kirp tries to go in. The Ignite is ticking, but I think he may survive. Look at that. By the skin of his teeth. 13 hit points, and he does live through it.
So, talking about the composition and how well that worked. First of all, every time Exter wants to use Destiny, if Paranoia is available from Aranea, you're going to have that counter play the bottom lane.
Tree Shot Barrage comes out immediately. Chain of Corruption. The tower hit's going to come in. It will take Kraton down. It's a 1-for-1. And it was actually J-Ree that picked up the kill and not Kraton.
Holy moly. Jimbo's again in a 1v2 situation, picking up a kill. Now, he didn't survive this time, but in game number 1 against the Shen, he did manage to get away with his life. Now, about that middle lane, every time you see Destiny being used, Paranoia can be used from Aranea's Nocturne to counter it, block the vision, prevent him coming in. They're going to know the dragon's going down, but I don't expect Exter to dive in there. That was just for vision to see where they were. In addition, you've seen that once that fight actually broke out, Paranoia landed on Exter, and then the Stand United from Kirp came out, and he got both of Morden and Exter with that taunt under the tower. It was a great, great play from Ultimate. They are right back into this matchup.
They have got 2 turrets as well as that dragon. That gives them a 2,000 gold lead now over Giants. Oh, we've seen semblances of the second game. Are they back in this one? Or will they make the same mistakes they did before? Samuels keeps the pressure on towards that top turret. You can see he's going to clear out that wave and keep hammering it down. Kirp, though, with that Stand United is so helpful, really, when it comes to a team fight. Kraton's going to get caught out. Hail of Arrows coming down there. Has to use his Arcane Shift to get away.
So much damage from the two of them, and it's just a matter of that one Grasping Roots lands. If the Bets had actually gone all in there with the Stranglethorns and Ignite, they probably could have picked that kill up. So expect Giants to, you know, throw themselves into this one. If another route does catch out Creator, they may decide to signal the go, go, go for the engage.
Let's keep our eyes on that one. Of course, the ultimate for Extermin was used a moment ago, so He's not going to be destinying anywhere anytime soon. Kerp is going to be clearing out that top wave. Let's look across the items now. We've had a brief respite in the action. Athene's and Holy Grail has been picked up by Ferelnord. Meanwhile, the mid lane opposite number, I guess I could say, Extermin, did go for the Sorcerer's Boots first this time around. Something they tend to do on Twisted Fate. Wants to be mobile across the map there. Ferelnord seems to have the better of him right now. That spear just whiffing past Extermin's face.
And something that Ferelnord is doing very, very well, once X has left the lane, he's been able to take advantage of that and CS very, very effectively. Also, look at all of the traps for Needly in and around that mid lane at pretty much any entry point. There's little landmines of vision, effectively. While they don't provide vision for you, if anybody steps on them, then you're going to know somebody's coming, someone's on their way, and it's just really good positional play from Ferelnord. Paranoia has just become available. If a death sentence lands, Aranea will dive in there.
He'll be pouncing straight on it, but with Babetta's ultimate available, that could easily get countered, I feel. There is the hooks being thrown out from J-Re, not anywhere near Babetta though. At
the exact same time in the top lane, Morden is camping out that brush. He has stood right on top of a ward though, so that is exactly why Kerp is backing away. Aranea has snuck himself down into this bottom lane. There's the Stand United.
Straight on towards Jimbo's. They put the box down. He's going to get removed from this one. True Shot Barrage comes across. They should be able to take down Babetta as well. Here comes Extermin. Where is he going to go? Simply using it in defensive formation. That will be a third turret of the game for Aranea.
What a great play again, using the Paranoia into the Stand United. That is some of the best dive buddy compositions I've seen. Once the Paranoia lands, you're guaranteed a taunt pretty much because Kerp is delivered directly to the target that they want to focus down. So they get themselves their 5th kill of the game, they get themselves their 3rd tower of the game. And ladies and gentlemen, Alternate have an early game lead for the 2nd game running.
They are not out of it yet. Samux was trying to split push that top lane. He's build up a bit of a push and advantage over him. I mean, Kerp, the fact that he has come in every time, is losing out on a hell of a lot of CS. You can see he's like double the CS behind on Samux, but has picked up those assist kills, and that, of course, has kept the gold advantage, actually just with him by 10 gold.
So it is still sitting there, and of course, those towers will be helping out a lot in that regard. What it does also mean is that when we get to these bigger team fights, Kerp is going to have much less of an impact on the fight than that of his opposite number. You look at his items. Double Null Magic Mantle to the Haunting Guise and Giant's Belt. What it also means is that Alternate may want to be playing the skirmish game a lot. Leave Kerp to split push, and Hook is caught Chimps.
The death sentence goes on. True Shot Barrage follows up. He's going to get taken in towards the turret, and it's another kill picked up by Kraton. Now Babetta's in all sorts of trouble. Lash comes out there. Death sentence is going to be available in a moment. They don't even need it. It's going to be a double kill for Kraton. He is getting fed.
And that is the power of this kite composition. Get that on hit slow. Use the bilge water to hold people in place, and then carry on chasing. We do see Exeter was getting a good amount of damage onto this mid lane turret, but like you said, that is Creatin getting fed 3-1-1. Double kill that Giants did not want to give away. The gold card's called for Ellenlord.
Oh, he didn't quite have the combo right. Now Morden's there. Is he going to try and bait him in there? He's actually going to maybe pursue this one. Another wild card comes out, but Extermin simply using it as defensive purposes. And now Morden has to take one of those spears for Ellenlord's, causing really big problems for them in the mid lane.
For Ellenlord, like an absolute boss, is just cleaning house, regardless of the maid outfit that Needly's wearing. He's just completely controlling both of the Giants members in and around the jungle there. Spear after spear, heal after heal, and forcing them back and away from him.
Samux is going to come back there, and he's maybe trying to head towards Ferelnord, but as we've seen many, many times, Nidley is a really slippery champion, very hard to pin down, and now he's going to step out, and he's actually between Ferelnord and Aranea. Here's going to be Extermin coming in. He's going to try and come through. He gets the stun card down. That's going to be the equalizer. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. Ferelnord goes down. Now the flame spitter on towards Aranea. Stun card comes out, flashes in towards it, goes just to get the wild card through. Morden comes leaping in there with the Cataclysm. Slam dunk goes down. Morden picks up the kill. Giants get themselves 2 kills.
They pull themselves right back into it. Not only do they get 2 kills, they're going to get this middle outer turret as well. They may even decide to keep the pressure on. Stand United and Paranoia have just become available, and if Giants time their engagements well, if they time it to within 10-20 seconds of both of those abilities being up, they can almost always secure themselves those kills.
Jimbo's keeping the pressure on this bottom turret as well. Morden coming down to help out. Kraton thought about fending him off there, but he wants to hold this fight off, and now he sees the turret going down. He may well turn aggressive on this one, does fire out the Chain of Corruption, simply for a case of being defensive. I'm not too sure why.
Yeah, it was really weird because he sort of signaled like, I kind of want to fight, and he's like, I kind of don't want to fight. I kind of think Creatin's going to fight, so let me throw it out. on the plus side, he hit the ability. So that is very, very key. That's something that's, you know, good to see from Jim Bones.
He hit the ability at least, so that's a bonus.
After 3 games and the numbers that we've missed, let's count the blessings that we have, right? What we did see, though, was J-Ree, he pulled the Dragon out. They've got a pink ward down there, well aware of the vision. And, of course, with that Spirit of the Elder Lizard, Creatine is just going to be getting all that extra damage. And they secure themselves a Dragon and hold on to that 2,000 gold lead.
Keep that gold lead on them, indeed. So 3-3 in turrets. All of the outer turrets now stripped down by both teams. Now it's down to farming for a short period of time, and then they're going to think about fighting.
So one of the things that we're going to see a lot from Alternate as this game progresses is a lot of split pushing. Kerp is literally going to be putting himself in a position where he can try to be alone in a lane and only join the fight once Stand United is up. You can see that Kerp has managed to sneak himself up behind Exeter. Paranoia is available for Aranea, and all of this vision, we may see the Paranoia coming in, but Exeter does have Destiny to get away.
It's going to have to come from very, very deep. Extermin does manage to land that stun card. Pulls them yellow cards out, no problem. I don't know what Reginald's issue has been.
Low blow, dude, low blow.
Hey, he was happy. He landed all those cards when they counted. Forellenlord there, we're going to have the Thresh Lantern thrown down towards him. He doesn't require it, though. He's going to try and keep out those wards. We do see Aranea stood just to the side. Paranoia is available, like you mentioned. Looks like it's going to be Alternate pushing in towards the turret now. The hook lands on towards Babetta, not the target they were looking for, and they're keeping the poke down.
So Giants are doing well right now. They're managing to avoid a lot of these spears until that one hits. Rumble has snuck himself into the side. Equalizer is available, as is Destiny, if they want to set themselves up another fight like they just did. But Giants will be very aware that both Stand United and Paranoia are up. They have not used those abilities for a very long time, and Giants will be calculating this. How do we bait those spells? How do we force those spells before we pick our fights?
Well, they need to be dodging those spears, that's for sure. Jim Bones needs to get some life steal going, which exactly is what he's doing, clearing out that wave of minions. Aranea and J-Ree just off towards the side here. It's going to be Kerp that's been found, and Extermin's getting a little poke towards him just to see how much damage I can do to you right now.
And let's be honest, it wasn't all that much. Those double null magic mantles plus the HP that Kerp has got from that Sunfire Cape have really paid off. Equalizer is down. They're going to jump on Forellenlord.
They're going to go towards him. He's going to be Extermin. He's going to land that stun card just at the right time. Lantern's there. Not going to be able to click on it, though. Couldn't quite get close enough. And now Paranoia also used up. And that is how you force the ultis.
That's it. You kill them before Shen can arrive. The death sentence got thrown up, but it didn't manage to connect to anybody. And with Kerp being so far away, Giants have realized that they've got some time. They can force this fight. Stranglethorns is still up. Chain of Corruption is still up, as is Cataclysm. They can take complete control of any fight that happens in the next minute or two.
They need to keep the pressure down, though, and that's why they're going to keep on pushing towards this middle turret. Try and get as much poke on towards it as possible. It's already down to half health. They're going to throw out those plants. They do manage to land the rupture, and there's no choke out in this fight, ladies and gentlemen. They do manage to land. Oh, there's going to be Morton going in towards, doesn't quite, but Chain of Corruption lands, and now they're going to dive in. It's Morton that went straight deep for that one. The wild cards catching on towards Creaton. That's going to force him away from the fight. But now that Forellenlord is back, that's enough poke, though. They're going to try and take the blue buff.
So they'll be able to steal this one array very, very quickly. Gold card is up. It's going to catch up Forellenlord. He has been stunned. They may be able to get this one.
He's going to get the lantern. That's going to force him away. That does mean that the blue buff will be taken, though, and that's going to be given across to Extermin. I don't think it was, actually. I think that got finished off. I think they just simply took it, and whoever managed to get close enough, and an immediate ping from Alternate. They want to go straight for the blue buff and try and get a revenge steal. It's Jim Bones that got it.
Yeah, so it was Jim that managed to pick that one up, and we've seen whenever you have a Needly on your opposing team, much like a Lux, if you can deny those blue buffs, you can really, really control the pace of the game. Forellenlord does have himself in Athene's and Holy Grail, so even if he does run out of mana, that will play into his favor, and with some great positioning and timing, he has now picked himself up an opposing blue buff. So it ends up being a trade. They swap 1 for 1, and obviously no harm, no foul, nothing lost, nothing gained.
Well, any more? No. No ball. Oh.
No ball.
I thought there was a whole plethora of them there.
No, not this time round.
I can't speak anymore.
It has been a particularly long day. I believe this is our umpteenth game of the day. Manyth game of the day. Number 13, if my math is correct, actually. We have a
Is it lucky, though?
It depends for which team you talk to. It's been 6 victories for blue, 6 victories for red. We are bang on even. This game determines which side is better.
Don't you just love League of Legends? It is all so balanced out. No matter what champions you pick out there, just a swing of the game, and however the player creates the situations can turn the opponent's position in your favor. And as it stands right now, it is Giants that may well have just done that on alternate. That little bit of play, they were being pivotal, pushed away from it. Aranea, he's passing over the wall, and look at this.
Almost up.
I mean, doesn't have the wild card, it just ran out.
Timing just ran. I think if he'd actually stepped towards Aranea, he may have been able to get it down, but one of the problems with that is you reveal yourself, Aranea can get that spell shield up, block the gold card, and then pretty much just walk away saying, what were you doing, bro? Like, what was the point of that? Well, we do see, though, Paranoia and Stand United is both up for Shen and Nocturne, so if they want to try pick a fight, they can, but they cannot afford to, you know, lose the player that they're Stand Uniting, using Stand United on.
He's the player they're defending, I think we'll go
That's
with.
a good word, that's much better.
That Lich Bane glowing, of course, he does have a lot of damage on him now, and it is a split push. Both top and bottom. It's looking like Samox is trying to sneak in. Here's going to be Extermin. He's going in towards J-Ree. Puts that box down. Stun card comes out there. But there's going to be Paranoia and Stand United following up. Extermin is going to go down. You can see Equalizer did drop down towards him, but Alternate came out much stronger in favor there. That was a very nice fight for them. But again, had to use all of those ultimates chained on top of one another to make it count.
So Extermin went in there without a Zhonya's Hourglass. He landed right next to a Thresh, and Thresh just put the box up. J-Ree was like, really? This is going to become your coffin box right now. Oh! The snipe!
From downtown, Forellenlord lands that snipe, and that surely means, are they going to turn towards his turret, or will they maybe run for Baron? Are they a little bit scared of the Baron? They won't be going
for Baron again. They've made that mistake before. And look at the spears.
The spears do keep coming in. Spears heal, of course, remember. Spears are amazing.
Not for Giants, they're not, that's for sure. In that kill as well, Forellenlord managed to get a very nice spear onto Exa, which landed it. Now we do see a fight going up, and there's a Cataclysm.
Cataclysm goes in, but it's going to be Morden's life that it costs there. They're going to be Chain of Corruption. Is it going to go through? He's not going to follow through because he's not even alive. And then Samox will manage to get the Flame Spitter down. Extermin now pushing the pressure down. He's going to pull out yet another stun card. Pops it onto Kurt for some God knows what reason, and he's just going to walk away.
So at the moment, the tower is still standing, and this is what Giants are doing the best to do. Holding that tower, defending that tower, preventing it going down, and mission success. They have held on to it. Stand United is down, as is Paranoia from Alternate. So Giants, they've got this window of opportunity where Equalizer, Cataclysm, and Destiny will be up soon. But another Dragon looking like it's going to go the way of Alternate. Completely uncontested, and this is definitely going to be helping them out.
Yeah, it's a 6,600 gold difference now. 6,000? 3,600 gold difference. I can't count anymore. It's all gone to my head.
Well, this could potentially be the last game if Giants pick it up. If not, Alternate will be looking to find themselves 2 more game points and securing their spot in the LCS. The wildcards just running askew there of Kerp. He should be able to get out. He's panicked.
Oh, he's panicked. He could have gone. He was backing off there. Now he's going to get found out. He may well just be able to have enough to shadow dash away from this one. You're going to see one come out. He does flash away. He's going to have another spear. He's going to throw out the Equalizer. Morton's going to catch on towards him. Now the Slow's going to get on towards him. Extermin, no. Wow. The Lantern comes out from J-Ree. Very well done.
So to be honest, Samox's Equalizer could have been angled somewhat better. I think he was expecting Kerp to sort of juke to the left and go that way, but it didn't happen. There was no movement to the left, and instead he sidestepped right and managed to avoid the Equalizer and stayed alive. Yep.
Staying alive as well.
Yeah, I was trying to get the Beyonce reference in there at the start, which I think I slid in quite subtly.
Nicely there. But more importantly, the harpoons from Samox didn't quite land. That would have slowed him down enough there, but instead he didn't manage to land it. So it is 10-7 right now. It's a 3,000 gold lead, or actually it's a lie, that's a 2,700 gold lead for Alternate.
We can round it up.
In terms of turrets, it's 4-3, Alternate with the lead there. Blue buff will be given across to Forellenlord. Their own one will be spawning shortly. The question is, will Alternate try to steal it away this time?
Crucially, in terms of the towers, that mid inhibitor turret is down to about half health, and with the Needly on your team, the siege potential with those spears can never, ever, ever be forgotten. Right now, one of those spears dropped Jims to half health. The second spear actually sniped him as he was backing up, retreating towards his tower. And the moment Alternate are like, well, we're going to sit here. We'll throw out Duskbringers all day long. We'll throw out Mystic Shots all day long. And we'll throw out spears. And if any of them connect, then expect a death sentence and box to follow up.
Well, surely they want to give the blue buff to Extermin, but he's sticking in that bottom lane. He really wants to try and create a kill, and it's not happening because nobody's being baited into it. Instead, it's going to be Morden that takes away the blue buff, and that is going to go towards him. So Interesting play. Exterminate is still in that bottom lane.
I think the decision-making behind that is just the fear of it being stolen. It's just the fact that they don't really have control of their own jungle right now because they have lost, you know, a number of towers because they don't have the vision that they really like to have. So at the end of the day, they're just letting Exter try to split push, try to control the map with his ability usage, and just making sure that Alternate don't steal away their blue buff, you know, for the second consecutive time.
Snowman's still down there, not backed off yet, and Alternate starting to keep the pressure down. Long-range Chain of Corruption coming out. They may well go towards Kratos, but there straight away the stun card does land. It's going to be enough. It's going to be Equalizer going across all three of them there. Morton tries to dive in. Are they going to get down J-Ree? He's going to get taken low. Stand United from Kerp. It is going to be J-Ree that goes down. Kratos now the next target. Morton's going to slide in towards him. Has to use all Cataclysm already. True Shot Barrage whiffing back straight across there. Everybody sidesteps it. They have managed to catch out one. Jimbo's is going to jump out of that. Dodge the spear. He's used Flash already. He needs the help of his team. We're going to see Extermin going towards Kratos. Wildcard not quite landing. And now it's going to be Forellenlord picking that kill up. Kratos so low off the side here. It is a chaotic fight. Now we see Kerp coming back in. Lands the Shadow Dash on towards the Aranea in there. It's going to be Morton sliding out of this one. Forellenlord's going to pursue on towards this one. Kratos does pick up the kill on Morton. Now you can see another spear coming in there. Now Savage, a double Shadow Dash taunt straight away. And that is going to be an ace for Alternate for absolutely nothing. The triple kill for Forellenlord. Magnificent play by Alternate.
There is nothing more that you can say about that particular engagement. They simply did, you know, they dodged everything that they needed to. What a great engagement from Giants, first of all, to land the Cataclysm, the Equalizer, to hold people in place. They almost got Creatine down, and that was the problem. They kept chasing him. They kept running after him. They wanted to get Creatine. At the end of the day, that cost them their entire team. They left Jim Bones alone. He got owned by Alternate, and there was nothing they could do about it.
And of course, Forellenlord off the back there, managing to clear it out. So, Baron picked up. This is a big play for Alternate here. They are, of course, 2-0 down right now to the Giants. Can they claw their way back into this best of 5?
So one of the things that is so much better for Alternate in this game than the previous game is now if they want to siege towers, they have the power to force Giants away from the tower. They don't need to all in with their composition. They don't need Diana and Zed and Lee Sin to jump in underneath the tower. They can let Forellenlord's Needly poke, and make Giants run away. That way they can have a 5v4, poke down the tower and pick it up for free. Because look at the damage from those javelin tosses.
The instant pings go down there, and there's going to have another couple of shots on. The rest of the team are now with them. They're going to take this first inhibitor turret down. There's not a great deal Giants could do about it. And they're going to push on through in towards the inhibitor, the exposed inhibitor now. You can see the piercing arrow is not really doing a great deal to Aranea. He's built himself so tanky that he just doesn't do any damage. Samox has caught himself out of position here. They may collapse on towards him. He's going to have to make a run for it.
So he does manage to get away safely. Luckily, Alternate sort of hesitated a little bit running in, but Beta is getting chunked down. 75% of his HP gone from those javelin tosses, and a 5-man Alternate stack up with a massive minion wave, and the pressure is now on. They want the bottom lane inhibitor, they want the turret and the inhib, and they can take it because Forellenlord has just got unlimited mana with that Athene's Unholy Grail and all of that ability power with Baron buff.
You feel that Alternate really want to go and push them, but Giants want to fight for this one. I'm not too sure they can do it. Kerp could tank up that turret for days. Instead, he's going to stand just to the side and not bother taking a hit because the minions are coming in. They're going to chunk it down. Half the hit points. Spears keep flying, and it's going to be a slide in there. Chain of Corruption goes in. Aranea using that paranoia just to block all their vision. That was a very good Zyra ultimate. Is it going to be enough, though? The question is, they don't really put the damage down, and it's Giants instead that take a lot of burst from Alternate.
Equalizer and Cataclysm, when they're combined, become Equalism, and neither of them were used in that fight. That was the real reason nothing happened, but here they go.
There they are. There's the Equalism going down. The box comes straight out. Aranea is going to be the focus target, though. That's not the person you should be going for. Kerp goes in, gets a Shadow Dash taunt. The Lash comes out. He flays them back in towards there. Kratos getting focused once again. Alternate all very low here, but they have managed to take down 2 members of Giants already. Extermin gets caught out and hooked. You are screwed, son. And that is going to be an inhibitor going down, and Alternate going to push on through and take the Nexus turrets down. This will be 2-1 to next Giants right now, but the Nexus turret will fall, and Alternate, oh, they're going to catch on towards Morgan just towards the end there. Slides off, but it doesn't matter, because more importantly, that is the first game that Alternate have picked up in this series. They should have taken game 2. They have definitely taken game 3.
What a fantastic game, and the weaknesses from their composition in game 2 were rectified in game 3. They've bounced back, but the pressure is on. They need to win 2 more matches back to back in order to qualify for the LCS. And the question is, can they do it? The question is, how deep does their ability go? And we'll be finding out shortly.
We will see soon, of course. Giants, they've been in this position before. They know the breadth of the situation. They just need to get one win. Can they do it? We're going to get